You most welcome, sir. You are in charge. Thank you. Hello? Hi. Hello? Hi. Do we need a microphone? Hello? Hi. Hi. Hello. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Okay, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. New Year. Happy New Year. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, you're most welcome to 2025. My name is Alan Joseph Muswata. I come from, now when I'm outside the country, I say I come from Uganda. Now, yes, I come from Masaka, born and raised right here in Kampala, Uganda. And ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to stand before you today. And I want to share with you some of the ideas that have helped us to build a very good business. But at the same time, I've been moving across East Africa. Also, I started my business right here in Uganda. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been a breathtaking experience. Okay? Diners Global! We deal with confidence. Diners Global! We deal with confidence. All right. Are we ready to learn? Yes. Are we ready to learn? Yes. Okay. I'm here to share with you a very good and special training. I'll be very short and precise, okay? But I want to believe if you listen to me with your heart and mind, with your heart and mind, I want to believe that 2025 can be a totally different year, okay? Are you ready? Okay? All right, so as the operator is getting ready, I want to first and foremost find out how many of us have been in the business for the last 1 month. 1 month? Just raise your hand. 1 month? Okay. 1 month? Raise your hand. Okay, let's go month by month. If you started the business in December, kindly stand up. Kindly stand up. Kindly stand up. You started the business in December. Wow, let's give them a round of applause as they do. Please give them a round of applause. Wow, you're most welcome. You're going to deal with so much confidence. We are seeing month by month. November, please take your seats, take your seats. Okay, November, stand up. November. These are the November babies in diners. Okay, let's give them a round of applause. 1 million. 1 million? Okay. After November, we have October. October, can we stand up? October. Wow. We want to see which month is best represented, eh? October, let's give them 1 million. 2 million. Let's go. After October, September. September, stand up. Stand up. September tetuakula. We have someone there. Who else? About September tebaze. Okay, let's give him 1 million, 2 million. Okay, August, stand up. August. Let's give her 1 million. August, July. If you started the business in July, please stand up. Just wave to us. July, hey! July, how many are they? Hey, July, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, let's give me a round of applause. 1 million. June. We have Marvin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1 million. Okay, April. May, sorry. May. May, are we there? Okay, 1 million, 2 million. Thank you. Then apple. Do we have apple around? Apple? Apple, they didn't come. Apple, or you don't remember? Okay, March? March? Yes. Hey, Mama, you also started in March. Let's give her 1 million, 2 million. All right, let's go. March, February. Nice. No, you stay standing. February, let's give her 1 million. Okay. From February, January, you started the business this year in January. You're standing up.
Yes.
January last year. Wow. July is still leading. 1 million, 2 million. Okay, now 2023 combined. If you started in 2023, for you, we are not going to go month by month. 2023, you all stand up at once. 2023. 2023. Hey, 2023. Father, you know, single. I'm also, my hand is also up, by the way. 2020. Wow, let's give you a round of applause. 1 million, 2 million. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to, now there are some people have not stood, they are members, but they're probably not sure which month they started, eh? You have forgotten.
I'm a journalist.
It's okay. All right. Let me help my operator here. And I like getting straight to the point. We are going to dive in. This year, it's a year to make money, and we are going to be able to share and learn. Today, I've decided to prepare a training that is light. I don't want to go heavy duty, to make sure that even if you're 1 month old or 1 year old, we can all be alike and we learn at the same rate. Is that okay? So what is your goal this year? I want to believe among your goals is to make money. Am I right? It is to make money. And if we can get you, everyone attending here, at a minimum to be at $1 million. A minimum of $1 million. Ugandan shillings or whichever shillings you believe in. I want to believe if the person here, the least you're making is $1 million Ugandan shillings per month, is that a good thing or a bad thing? It's a very good thing, am I right? That is for the slowest person we have in the room. But for the fastest person, there is no limit. There is no what? Limit. So I was somewhere when I was working where I was, and I remember my goal was to make 100 million Ugandan shillings in a single year. And I remember consulting with some of my friends and mentors where I was. And that's why it's good to start the year with a plan. And genuinely speaking, when I told them that I wanted to make 100 million, I was so happy, okay, not happy, but I thank God that they were honest and genuine with me. They told me, Alan, if you want to make 100 million shillings here, then I want to believe that you may die trying. Because whatever you're doing now, you may not have the capacity, the volume, and also the opportunity to make that amount of money. And so that is what that's when I decided to start looking for an opportunity. Can everyone say opportunity? And interestingly, I was not quite very open-minded, but while I was looking, ladies and gentlemen, that's when someone invited me. Of course, given that I was not very open-minded, he told me about this wonderful company. I was not interested, and I remember he called me for 30 days. How many days? 30 days, okay? He called me for 30 days. I didn't mention before I come to that point in time, ladies and gentlemen, I come from a very big family of 19 brothers and sisters. Anyone with such a family, as big as that one, hey, at least I'm not alone. Now, when you come from such a big family, resources are not enough. And as a matter of fact, since the resources are not enough, many things you have to stretch. Okay? I remember having a decent, when I say decent, you understand, a decent daily meal was not obvious. Okay? We used to have one meal a day because feeding 19 people is not quite easy. Parents, you understand, isn't it? And that's why I tell people, I am probably the size you're looking at because of a diet of 1 meal per day. Are we together? But after making money, I've tried to eat. Things are still, I'm still in the process. I thought maybe the Ugandan food is the problem. I changed to Rwandan. Things didn't, there was no change. I've tried ugali in Kenya. That one tried to change by 2 kgs, but still, things are not yet changing. But putting that aside, people come from such families, not everyone goes to school, are we together? In fact, those who go to school, not everyone graduates, okay? So I was in school studying, and I remember, of course, at a point in time, I lost both my parents while I was still young. It was quite a very, very tragic experience. And during the time I was in school, my relatives, my uncles who took up the responsibility of taking me to school, by the grace of God, I went to one of the best schools in the country, and the school fees was not quite encouraging to them. It was quite tough, okay? It was on a high note. And through that experience, ladies and gentlemen, one day they decided to come at school. They came and told me, Alan, we are sorry, we can no longer afford to take you further through school, okay? What we have decided, these were my uncles speaking, is for you to pause. To do what? Pause. To stop here, okay? Such that your younger siblings can also be taken through, they can catch up with you, okay? Because we cannot afford one to school, are we together? So while I was in that state, I loved school, I was trying to make the very best of it. I was so disappointed hearing that. I remember them telling me, Alan, the good thing, you can speak good English, you can count money, and most importantly, you can count from 1 to 10. Okay? You're going to pause such that others can catch up. I believe in God, I believe in prayer. How many of us believe in prayer? I believe most of us should. If you don't, please see me after. Okay? Yeah, so I prayed to God to make a way where there is no way, and miraculously, around that same time, that's when an organization came from the UK offering scholarships for some of the top 5 students in class, and by the grace of God, that time, not normally, but that time, I had performed. I was among the top 5 and I survived in school. I got a scholarship. Can we clap for God? Now, the reason I share that story is because I stand on this stage as a testimony that when you pray, God answers. Okay? How many of us you've been working and you work for so much time and you start to feel like maybe there's something wrong with me? So I had reached that time, and you even start having these personal conversations with God. How many of us, no, I won't ask, but maybe me, I asked. You start having these questions of why me? But now you're speaking to God. You understand, eh? So at that point in time, I prayed last year, but one, I was praying to God, make a way where there is no way. I tried so many things. As a matter of fact, of course, having gone to school, I tried looking for jobs. I didn't find a blessing in that. As a matter of fact, going out of school, they ask you for experience. I didn't have that experience. Okay? I didn't have that experience. So when you don't have experience, you don't get a well-paying job. Are we together? And so some of the jobs they were offering, they were not good enough. And I realized that for you to get a good paying job, you need experience. And the only option of gaining experience is to volunteer. Volunteer means you work without pay until you gain what? I realized, given where I come from, you cannot work without pay. Out together for all that time. And yet you're leaving home every day. People see you going and they ask, where are you going? You say you're going to what? And when people know that you have gone to work, they expect that after work, you come back with something. Am I right? There's something you're carrying, eh? Or something that you can provide. You can't come back with an explanation. You can't come back with a what? With an explanation. So I realized I couldn't survive in such. I ended up going for a low-paying job, did it for 1 year. I got more frustrated than when I didn't have the job, okay? I quit that one. I decided to get back home. I partnered with my uncle. I did what? Partnered with my uncle to do poultry farming. You know poultry? Rearing chicken. I did that with my uncle. My uncle was a veterinary doctor. We did that for some time. But I remember while we were beginning, of course, when I say partnering, it doesn't mean I was an equal partner. For him, he brought capital, me, I brought labor. So we came together, we started doing what? Farming. That was the partnership. So we worked for some time, and after working for some time, first season was okay, second and third. But the fourth season, we lost 600 birds in a day. I'd never seen my uncle shed a tear that day. I saw it firsthand. Okay? Given time, I would have showed you some of the pictures, but it's already late. We shall proceed from there. And so, I remember that's when he told me, Alan, now that you have seen what has happened, you also go and get Oye. So when he told me get Oye, that's when I first interfaced with network marketing. Unfortunately, for professional purposes, I won't mention any company name. However, the companies I tried, okay, I did not see much money there, okay? I got a bit frustrated, okay? And I realized some of them were more about going about selling products door to door, and you're very, very underpaid. Ladies and gentlemen, at the time I was contemplating to leave this kind of initiative, that's when I was praying to God last year, but in 2023, to provide an opportunity, okay, where I can make 100 million Ugandan shillings in a single year altogether. And because up until then, many of the things I was trying, they were not quite adding up. And so that's why I bring it back to where I had started. And so in that search, a friend of mine told me, Alan, ononya million chikumi wano otuso kuitinga kubanga mchichija bikati oyinza obutazifuna. Okay? So while I was in that state, I prayed to God. While I was in that prayer session, a friend of mine invited me to look at diners. I met them somewhere in the supermarket. He told me, Alan, there is a very good company, give me your number. Of course, I knew he wanted to tell me network marketing, and I was not interested. Okay? But because I didn't want to be proud, I gave him my number, and I looked at him. In my heart, I said, he's joking. He will not see me. Yeah? And so he called me for 30 days. How many days? 30 days. Every day. The guy was not giving up. He called me 30 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay? Because sometimes you tell him I'm in Mbale, yet you're in Kampala. Just to avoid. Some days you don't pick. But then one day, I always tell people, it took the intervention of the Holy Spirit to see me here. Why? I was very determined not to make money. When I said determined, of course I didn't know that was what I was doing, but I was determined not to do the business. But the day I came to see this business, it's not something I planned. I was not interested. I had come. By the way, he even doesn't know up to now. I'm going to tell him to stand up. Yeah? I had come to tell him to stop making my number busy. Okay? And when I was preparing, the only thing he said, and it changed the entire plan, he said, Alan, no, it's okay. Now that you have come, let's meet somewhere here. And since we are here, I want to give you the real deal. We met at Urban Pizza there, at the petrol station. He said, Alan, you first have something to eat and drink. Okay? Because here we are speaking to members. Okay? And I said he's joking. Now that he has told me, let me first eat. Then I'll tell him, please, from today onwards, don't call me again. Now together. I said, so while I was seated, they brought the menu. I looked at it, they were giving me drinks. I said, pay. I asked for things that were, even me, I could not pay. I said, let me eat very well, such that he never calls me again. But along the way, when he made the order, after making my order, he looked at me, and then the waiter said, so what about you, sir? What are you eating? They were asking him. He said, no, for me, I'm not going to eat. I said, if you're not, I told him, if you're not eating, we are not having the appointment. Because I thought, he now is probably, is due. Chimutu demu. But look here, we are members. Are we together? So while I was in that state, ladies and gentlemen, the man said, and this is important, said, Alan, we are launching Diners, a wonderful company that I've been wanting to tell you about. Wow. And for this time, we are in prayer and fasting for 2 weeks. It's the reason I cannot eat. Though I was not supposed to tell you. And because I respect God, how do I eat when the man is fasting and I'm making it difficult for him? So I cancelled my order. I said, Kuba plan to have. Are we together? And so he presented the plan. The plan he gave me, it was too exciting. By the person I'm talking, Mr. Promise, my upline. Let us clap for upline as it comes to the front. Let us clap for upline as it comes to the front. So this is the man who called me without ceasing. Are we together? So the man presented to me. After presenting, I asked him, but are you sure these things you're saying are true? He said, Alan, let me begin afresh. He presented again. And ladies and gentlemen, after that presentation, for the first time, I felt like 100 million is possible. And he used to tell me, Alan, these things, you're going to make money, you're going to make overpopulated money, you're going to make money, and your money will follow you like the way your shadow follows you. They were his words. I looked at him, he was smiling. I said, why not? Tell your neighbor, why not? Why not? Do you have any problem with making money? No. Yes. So I listened to him, and I remember the next day I asked him, where is your office? He said, it's here. He directed me here. I said, it's okay. He said, can I put you in the system right now? We begin. I said, first wait. Okay? So my upline, I have a special gift for you. Wow. And this year, this January, before we step out of the country, I have a special gift for you. The gift cannot enter through those 2 doors. Okay? So we shall need to meet outside, but you'll be informed in your WhatsApp groups. Are we together? Okay, let's give him a round of applause and take this. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, I left him. I had gotten disorganized. I remember going back where I used to work. I sat and I could not think. I could not sit. I could not eat. I could not do anything. I was still remembering left and right. 576. Left and right, 576. Platinum, 864. No maintenance forever. Wow. Hey, he said, Alan, upgrade bonus, 55%. Everyone you recruit, you'll be earning as if you're having NSSF. I said, it's okay. We are going to make money. Of course, after going back there, I talked to one of my friends. He's called Abdul. I told him there's something wrong. I want to talk to this person. I said, Alan, what's the problem? He said, I told him, I'm not feeling well. He said, what's the problem? He said, the problem, I want to talk to you. He said, let's talk. I said, not here. These walls have ears. Let's first go outside. And we talk privately. So when I went outside, I was very shy. I'm also not good at lying. So I told him, you see, there is one of my friends who has told me he wants to do this company, but it works like this. I wanted to share with you and you tell me, for you, what do you think? He said, Alan, I know you're the one who's interested. It's not any friend of yours. You tell me. I tried to explain. He said, Alan, you're not explaining very well. Take me to who showed it to you. I called Promise. Promise, where are you? He said, I am still where you left me. We are coming. He said, we? Yes, we. I came back with him. They presented to him, to cut a long story short. For him, he stood up and said, I'm in. He called, he said, my basic package is here. I'll upgrade as we start. He told me, Alan, now that the person you have brought has joined, do you want to be his downline or upline? I said, just give me 30 minutes. Before I not told him I'm interested, I'm ready to join. I made calls, it was 1 hour, I couldn't get 200,000 Ugandan shillings. And finally, I got someone who borrowed it to me. I got on board, he got started, the rest is history. Are we together? Are we together? Thank you for those hands. 2 weeks, can everyone say 2 weeks? 2 weeks. Into the business, I made 1,200, sorry. I've been speaking in dollars when I was away. I made around, it was coming to 4 million Ugandan money in the first 2 weeks of the business. Can we clap for God for that? The income kept on growing from 1,000, 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 25. I want to jump into our training. And last year, from January to February, show us, the business was able to pay me from 1st January to 31st December 2020. 1st January 2024 to the 31st December 2024. It's a total exact of 97,032,000 Ugandan shillings. Approximately 100 million in a single year. What was my goal when I was starting? I thank God that He guided me to make the right choice. Am I right? Am I right? Funny enough, I wanted to stay where I was. Okay? But yet, I thank God that He gave me the courage. Can everyone say courage? Courage. To choose the right choice, even when it's uncomfortable. It had a lot of uncertainty. What if things don't work out? What if I fail to recruit? What if I don't get a team? What if? All those what ifs were running, but I said, let's do it. Are we together? So I thank God for this, and I want to believe this year, yeah, so we thank God for that. And I wanted to share with you some of the things that have guided me to get here. My upline keeps saying, Alan, I told him I made this. He said, Alan, this is how he speaks. Alan, this is small money. We are just beginning. Now, I want you to speak to the neighbor. What is the neighbor's name? Mugambe Kagambe. This is small money. We are just beginning.
Small money.
We are just beginning. This is small money.
Very little money.
Are we together? Newali agasho byogera agamba. Obadde otudde neighbor ng'aganya okunyega. Yalabira ddala wona ategeeza ki. Are we together, eh? Yeah, so I just want to go through very fast to share with you some of the ideas that I've used. I'm going to give you a total package I like to share from my heart and from my personal experiences. Let me tell you, Diners Global and Uganda is much better when everyone is making money. Are we together? The amount of money your neighbor makes, are we together, and you make, it does not in any way reduce yours. If everyone is making money, everyone is happy. Am I right? Yeah. So let's go. Let's. You're going to carry on. So number one, for you to build a business to a millionaire status, number one, you need a purpose. You need a what? Purpose. You need a purpose. Allow me, who is very good in Uganda? What is purpose in Uganda? You need a purpose. Ladies and gentlemen, I've seen people who have skill, they have everything. They are better speakers, they are talented, out together. Maybe they're even good presenters, okay? In any way, they probably are gifted in nature, in any capacity. But because they don't have purpose, they fail to make progress. Out together. You need a purpose. What is your purpose? Okay? Now, there are two things. There is purpose in terms of your life, but then there is also purpose. Okay? Don't use a goalpost. It's okay that in the amount of money you want to make this year, do you have a figure? Do you have an exact figure? Or you're not sure? You understand, eh? No, you ask how much money do you want to make? Yeah, I want to make money. How much money do you want to make? A lot. What is a lot? You understand? What is? A lot. It does not work. Okay? And I remember I've lived so many years when I'm not sure of the exact amount. Let me tell you, when you're sure of the exact amount, it's not about coming up with a random figure in your mind. It's not like that. When you have an exact amount, this is what happens. When you have an exact amount, you know what that money is going to be used for. Hello? That you know, I want to make, for example, 200 million, 20 is for this, 40 is for this, 60 is for this, 80 is for this. Therefore, total is 200 or 180. Zino zenjagala. Which together, eh? Out together. So you must identify yourself with a what? With a purpose. And in other words, when you have a purpose, ask yourself, I want to limit it. Of course, you carry on with the exercise. You can ask yourself what things you want to achieve this year. Na yo kusingira ddala. Weebuze engeri gye tuli mu business. Sente meka zenjagala business yange ekole. How much money do I want to make this year? But for that money to make sense to you, it must be attached to a purpose. Ogenda zikozesa ki. It's not coming up with a random figure. Are we together? And in other words, you also ask yourself, after getting to know what amount, also ask yourself, what are you going to use it for? Of course, no, that I've talked about it. Number 3, what would it mean to you if you don't make it? How would you feel if you do not achieve this goal and target? Are we together? Are we together? Until you do not give room for you not to achieve that specific goal and what? And target. I've seen there are people who work with objective and with purpose. And when someone has purpose, I've seen, for example, I've seen single mothers, because they love their children so much. You find someone earning 200,000, 300,000, 500,000 at their jobs. But for some reason, they have paid school fees at Makerere University for their daughter or son. You wonder how. But because there is a purpose, are we together? There's something bigger than them. There's something bigger than you. A purpose is not more about a chintu kwechoyagala ofuna muweka. It has to involve also others as well. Is it family? Is it friends? Is it who? Whatever it is, or it can also benefit. You're adding value to other human beings. Are we together? Are we together? Let's go next. A millionaire thirsts for responsibility. He thirsts for what? For responsibility. One of the things I shared, first and foremost, I want you to imagine, before I even bring up that example, imagine you have brought Diners Global to Uganda. What is so same? No, but for it to grow, it depends on you. How would you think? Did you hear what I just said? Imagine you brought Diners Global. In other words, for it to succeed or fail, it depends on you, the individual. Forget everyone in this room. I want you to single-handedly close your eyes and imagine you're the only one person I'm speaking to in this room. And Diners Global, the mantle, the success or failure of it depends on you, the individual. Are we together? The team you're in does not exist. Your downlines not exist. Your uplines not exist. It is you. How would you think? How would you act? Which moves will you take? Who would you see? How would you work? You get what I'm talking about? And in so doing, I've seen God blesses people who take up responsibility. For some reason, when people take up responsibility to pay school fees for others, whether they are their children or not, there is a way God blesses them with an equal blessing. Right or right? Because you've taken up responsibility to bless another human being other than yourself. Are we together? But now also, when you talk of responsibility, one more mutunga, when there is no training, there is no training. Because you're very far from making money. Are we together? When nothing is happening, you find that there are some WhatsApp groups that it's only the upline who shares. Yekaya teka ya chintu upline watato nyizayo post. Ukoro lunaku, the group is what? Silent. Very quiet. Until the upline says something, then nezukuka. I think I don't know WhatsApp group. The upline are posting, they hate them, they are motivating, and then I'm like, and some people even have the courtesy of seeing, they don't comment, they don't share, but they pick the message, they even post on their status. Name group China Chanyigayo. You get what I'm talking about? So surely, you're not taking ownership, okay? You're not taking responsibility. I want you to adopt the attitude that if it is to be, it's up to me. All together, take full responsibility. One of the things I learned in this industry as I was growing up, let me tell you one thing, it will liberate you. Number one, never trust your business with your upline. Now that does not mean they are bad, they are very good, but I'm saying, never trust your business with your, because it's too busy. Out together. Out together. Number two, are you listening? Never trust your business with your downlines. Ask me why. Because you will never know whether they are taking it as serious as you do. Hello? Hello? Kona kuneibo mgambe chintu echo kitegedde. Wali abatayagala kukola ku neighbor soko demo contact neighbor mgambe chintu echo kitegedde. So for you to make, go back to the slide of the money. For you to make at least 100 million plus, I want to believe we are giving a training for everyone to empower you to hit millions and millions. I want together. You cannot make this money and beyond when you're still relying on your upline or downlines. Out together. Go back to the point. So responsibility is you must take full responsibility of your business. Out together. For me, when I hear someone telling me that my business is not growing because of my upline, man, you listen. Oh, I'm not making money because my downlines are not working. I'm telling you, they are not going to continue working. You must take full responsibility of your business. Because for the business to work, it depends on you, the individual, all together. That's why when you open your dashboard, which name is shown there? Do you see any upline? Do you see the name Alan Luswata Katasi? Or KRO? KRO wakakola batia? Katasi. OCO. Never take out upline you? No. It starts with who? So that means you must take full responsibility. I'll repeat it for the first time. Number one, never trust your business with your upline because they are too busy. They don't only have you, and you must also understand. Out together. Out together. But then number two, never trust your business with your downline because they may not be taking it as serious as you do. So who do you trust? Me. Who do you trust? Me. My or yourself. And with that kind of attitude, imagine if everyone in your team has the same attitude. Everyone wins. Am I right? Am I right? So everyone does what? Wins. So we must take full responsibility if we are going to make money in the business. Are we together? Are we together? What do you want to run a presentation or regular? Because upline does say core representation teva you. Are we together? You cannot grow with that kind of mentality and attitude. Okay? Let's proceed. Hello? A millionaire, you know these things, I made them as so simple and understandable. I don't want to complicate it for anyone. Because I know we are all at different stages of the business. One year about 1 week old, one year about 1 month old. But as simple as you see this thing here, okay, it can liberate you. Okay? You will lose money because of the books you have not read. You'll also make money because of the books you have done what? Reading. Now, when I say reading, I want you to understand this industry beyond what only your upline, your downlines tell you, beyond what the training center tells you. Go and research, read about the business. Of course, not in the time for working. Now, when you're reading, I'm not saying you read any book. You don't read to be a wandering generality. You read to be a meaningful, specific. What are you doing? Which business are you doing? Network? You're reading network? You're doing network? Exactly. Now, don't go and start reading politics. Speak what when are you going to practice those things? Let me give you a good story. Mumani, Annie, how do they call them? The MP. Is he His Excellency or Honorable? Oh, Honorable. Honorable Chagulani, Bobby Wine. Since I've okay, Honorable. Did you know? The man was doing music. He was doing what? Music. I love his music. We enjoy his music. But doesn't it surprise you? Takera mu parliament. Nayogera ebintu nga bikwatagana. Nasobola okuchallenginga lawyer nga teyabadde muyimbi. Gobadde okimanyi nti bamu-interviewinga we yali atandise okugamba nti kati ngenda mu politics. Yatwala emyaka 5 ng'asoma bitabo bya politics byokka. Gobadde okimanyi we bamusiba ne bamutwala where was it Luzira na Funya, wherever the case. Abamukyalira tebamuleetera mmere, bamuleetera suitcase ya bitabo abisomere mu ki ne bagaana bimuwa ne babipostinga ne mu mawulire. Nga bamanyi ne gavumenti ekimanyi akasajja kano kasita kasigala nga kasoma obutabo buno tetuli safe. Are we together? So the only way you become above average, you understand what you're doing beyond elementary. Olina okwefaako ate ebitabo no tebyetaagisa bingi nnyo. Okay? You're only reading a few simple books. Otegeere business gy'okola ne industry. Mukitegeera bannange? Is it clear? Yes. Tell your neighbor you need to read. You need to do what? To read. I want to tell you this. Any person you look up to has read books in their chosen field better than everyone else who's lazy to read. Gwe n'okwata eddakiika zo 10 oba 15 olunaku zimala tewetaaga nyingi nnyo. Si kusoma paka kuwulira bubi naye just kusoma ky'osobodde. Si bwe kiri? You know what? Reading helps you to get new ideas. For you guys, you'll wonder why your upline comes one day with a new idea. Abadde asoma. N'amanya ky'ekyokukola mu mbeera efaananako buki? Bweti. Mukitegeera bannange? You cannot beat someone who has read more than you. Are we together? Omwami asinga obugagga mu nsi yonna bamuyita ani? Bamuyita ani? Elon Musk. Bamubuuza ebintu by'okola. First of all, bino ebyokutwala abantu ku Mars si bye wasomerera. Obitegeera otya? How do you understand these things? Yagamba, when I got interest, I decided to look for every book to do with. Somesa nasoma busomi tebansomesa. Are we together? When agamba nti ngenda kola electric cars, emmotoka z'amasanyalaze, nagamba kati kansoma amasanyalaze gano. Okusoma kuvaamu ssente. Wabanga osoma ku kintu ky'ogenda okukola ki? Okuteeka mu nkola. Si biri not to read for general knowledge. Kati oba omaze okwezula nti tukola network market, tukola ki? Funayo akatabo k'otabukira n'ogamba kano ngenda keefunziza. Naye nga ka network marketing si bya bonna bakole ki? Okay, let's go. A millionaire is a risk taker. Let us read all of that together. 3, 2, 1. A millionaire is a risk taker. Let me tell you, friends, whatever explanation you have, you're lying. You cannot make big money when you're not on platinum. It cannot happen. out together. That never zako apply no angeyanda bula. Era nange nenkola plan engeri gyengenda oteekamu amaanyi mweno business ngenda kwogera na buli omu gwe mmanyi. I'm going to speak to everyone that I know. I'm going to recruit. I'm going to take time, taking action, present it to people, I want these people to join the business, and they are finding me on platinum. Why? For every person who joins your business, when you're not on platinum, you're making a loss. You're losing money, in other words. So if you're not taking a millionaire as a risk, are we together? Yes. Are we together? Yes. Now let me tell you, but some of these stories, should I share?
Yes.
Yeah. We have, let's clap for our delegates from Rwanda. We have Mr. Donat Kevin, please stand up. Okay. We have Bailon, please stand up. We have Mr. Kagame, please stand up. Mr. MD. Let's give him a round of applause. 1 million, 2 million, please take your seats. Today they are going to hear the real story. Promise, should I tell them? But anyway, what you need to know, we went to Rwanda when we were not ready. But we had to take the risk. But the business has done what? Grown. If we waited to be ready, the business would not be there. Hello? So this idea of doing something because you want to wait to be ready, you're losing your opportunity. You must take the risk, whether you're ready or platinum, ready. Are we together? I've seen people without money upgrade to platinum. Mr. Joseph called me one day. He said, Alan, olinakulwa lero luziba nga ndi ku platinum. Ne mugamba olinawo meka. Nangamba nawe mitwala 3. Ngamba Naga apply. Nali kusima apply. Yes, mpulira sebo. Kabo mpulira buli ye mpulide. So badde oteze otya. Ati badde ngagenda ku platinum lero. Congratulations na ye. It was me asking him, are you sure? Are you sure? He later called me at midday, 6 p.m. to cut the long story short. By midnight, he was on platinum. One thing I've realized, life is about deciding. It's not about being ready. You find that when you decide, things start to move in the right direction. Are we together? And immediately after upgrading, became a star rank. Okay? Making 12 million when you're on platinum is chap. So you must take the risk. You must take the risk. There's a lady I've been working with in Kenya. She joined on 22nd of October. Yes, last year. And genuinely speaking, she didn't have much around her. But to cut the long story short, I told her, follow my instruction, you're going to make money. Step number 1, she got on platinum. Step number 2, I told her to get that chocolate with constructive madness. Constructive what? Madness. She talked to many people beyond measure. We were not resting. In her first month, she made 12 million Ugandan money. First ever month in Diners Global. Imagine. 12 million. In other words, you got some people's total income in a year. That's summarizing in one month. But everything we would say, let's do it. I remember there's an outreach you would go to, the man is not there, we say, let's go, do the presentation, and then you figure out how you come back. But the business was able to move by out together. So you must take the risk. So ladies and gentlemen, what is the best way to start 2025? To simplify everything we are saying. Number 1, be on platinum. If you're planning to be on platinum in February, March, April, May, what's wrong with January? What's wrong with January? Why do you want to postpone your money? Let me ask, for you to make, maybe, okay, let's say you're supposed to be making 4, 5, 6 million, 2, 3, 4 million, whichever the case, and you don't. Is it better now, later or now? All together, eh? So I would encourage you, stop looking at your circumstances, look at your opportunity. Be open-minded and take the risk. All together? Take the what? Thank you. Next. A millionaire thinks like an owner. And you know, pointing Kulunyo. A millionaire thinks like a what? Owner. Nani ni chintu. Which take it, eh? Let me give you an example. The day you start thinking like Harity, your business will move like a bullet. Which take it, eh? You must start running your business like Gwen Nani ni. Which again, eh? For example, you'll expand it, you'll be able to be passionate about the products, you'll make sure everyone, there's someone who told me now, the way I'm seeing, I want to see to it that this is what this lady was saying, the one who hit star rank in 1 month. She said, I want to make sure in this city and the entire district, every home must have a center. Come rain, come shine. Like bulimaka, guy no kuba mochi. You're thinking there like a what? Owner. Gana ni chintu. Which take it about out together. So it is important. It's almost coupled with responsibility. With what? Responsibility. Take us to the next bit. A millionaire takes what? Atao. He takes what? Action. Let me tell you, the biggest gap in our business is the gap between people who take action and those who know what to do. There's a big gap between knowing what to do and taking action. If you can close that gap, you'll close yourself to so many millions. Okumanya chokola nokucheka mukola bintu byachi byanjawulo. So you must put into action what you know. That small idea you have, put it into action, test it. Don't start analyzing whether it will work or not, what if this goes wrong, what if... Let it go wrong, but when you've taken action, you learn more by doing than you know by thinking. Hello? You understand what I'm talking about? So that's what I'm talking about. The day I took my upline to Rwanda, he was not ready. Me, I just said, upline, we are going to Rwanda. He said, but Alan, am I ready? We are going. Okay? While he was still thinking, I said, you stand up, we what? We go. Okay? So I want you to understand life, business, and anything. Most of the things you think you know and have been successful, everything started by trial and error. Yes. Hello? Yes. Stop getting stuck in being right and perfect. Okay? Take action such that you can discover and you'll keep being guided. Are we together? They had to keep making mistake after mistake, trying here, trying there, finally which together. Are we together? The people who made the light bulb, they tried how many times? Thousands and thousands until they found the right way to make a bulb. Okay? They were asking this guy how he discovered the light bulb. He said he found 10,000 ways that a light bulb cannot work. Are we together? But he found the one way it will work. Edagala katika nkuli ogenda mudwaliro okujjanja ne doctor akozesa try and error. Try and error kino kikoze kino tekijjako. Kale sooka ogezeeko kino. Doctor bagamba gezaako. Yeah, so tugezeeko kino. They're actually investigating you as they are learning. By then they learn on you sometimes. Bayigira kugwe. Mukitegeera. Nogenda mu CT scan, X-ray n'okomawo ngamba okay, engeri gye ndabamu. So tugezeeko lino. N'alaba engeri gy'o respondingamu. Then ayongerako kano. N'alaba engeri gy'o respondingamu. N'ayongerako kano. Kano nikatakola. Kano ng'oluddewo kano tukaveeko katwongereko kino. Mukitegeera, eh? So the more you get stuck in not taking action, when I say taking action, it means talking to people. Let me tell you, tewali muntu gwe balambako intono yageno chikola bulungi. So you talk to everybody. Because you never know where your breakthrough will come from. You try every idea that comes. Someone hits your mind, call him, present to him immediately. You want to go somewhere, go there, present, get something moving. But do not get stuck in thinking. Are we together? So taking immediate action will get you a lot more money faster. Are we together? The faster you engage in action, the more money you are able to do what? To make. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Are we together? Are we together? Are we ready to take action? All right. A millionaire is not afraid to what? Is not afraid to fail. A business, if I fail, I rather fail while I was doing than you who's thinking and waiting. Who said you have to be right 100%? Does that human being exist? No, he does not. So let me tell you something. A millionaire is not afraid to fail. Now listen to this statement very well. Hello? Can I have everyone's attention? Anyone can move from failure to success, but nobody can move from excuse to success. Anyone can move from failure to success, but nobody can move from excuse. As long as you're still giving excuses, you cannot grow. You can't come for training, you're giving excuses, you cannot grow. You can't even book an appointment. You understand? Let me tell you something. There is someone who has documented, this is our life as networkers. Can I give you a good picture?
Yes.
Can I give you a good picture?
Yes.
You wake up in the morning, you say, today I am serious. You come for training. Let's assume you even come for training. But there are people who don't come. They even look and they predict, they have a forecast, it might rain. It might. It's not raining, but it might. Like they are wishing it does, such that they don't want. You understand? So, but let's assume you come for training. Okay? No. So at the end of the day, you say I have to call people. You say, I'll call after training. Training negwa. After training, you say, let me first have breakfast, then I will settle. I'll be very organized. Then I'll what? Call. After having breakfast, before you know it, the presentation time has started. Presentation then then after that, after calling, after the presentation, you have some guests to talk to, all some people. But say, kansoke nkolechi nindemuko. Esawazino. Aizokuwa likulanchi sagala mutawanya. You're so good at bringing up the excuse on behalf of the other person. Okay? Because you find a wise way to create an excuse about something. Then, lunch a wedding. Now, even the program with the office. No, I can't know mukelenga ha. Ne ndebe njenda ayizokwaze ku mulimu we namukubira nakwata. Then before you know it is 5 p.m. Alikulonda bana kusomero sijja mukamukubira nga amaze okuvayo. But the day ends. You keep postponing and postponing and postponing. That is the life we live. And I'm just giving an example, but you understand what I'm talking about. Are you?
Yes.
So when you can get yourself out of that, I have developed the do it now mentality. Tell your neighbor, do it now.
Do it now.
Do it
Now.
There is no perfect time for anything. You just do it. Okay? One of my leaders used to tell us, you call even people at 6 a.m. to book appointments. 6 what? Sawa kumila bezachi. Ngamana watu wa bebase. Yatugamba we makwira sawa 12 wakwata kitegeza asobola okwogera ne wabatali mu mudi yakwata era tajjaji kwata siwe kiri ne waba akutte kitegeza asobola okola ki. So I will call Are you getting the idea? Okay, let's show us the next. A millionaire outworks everyone. Outworks millionaire outworks everyone. I don't know how to explain this to you, but one thing I'll tell you, how many of us want to make a lot of money? Serious money. How many of us want to be top earners? I want to believe all of us. You need to outwork your neighbor. Yeah, the truth of the matter, God blesses those who put in the work. Favoritism, no? Whoever you see, they put in the effort. Before Promise got me into the business, I checked his genealogy when he was not seeing. The man had recruited over 60 leaders. None of them were working, but he had not given up. Are you willing to outwork your disappointment? Ask your neighbor. Are you willing to outwork your disappointment? You hear someone, I've been talking to people, I've been doing you get the idea. Are you willing to outwork your? Very, very important. Very, very, very important. Okay? One of the things that have happened in the US election, let's first clap for God for that. Trump, please argue with your keyboard. Okay? Yeah? That Trump is going to be signed in as the new American president. But that guy, please, if you have any book of his Kasome, he has the attitude of never giving up. No matter what happens. No matter how bad it is, repeat after me. No matter how bad it is, or how bad it gets, I must make it. You must put that in your heart. No business or 2025. For the things he has gone through, for example, Trump. He did. But they wanted to. You understand? He has been in court case after court case. At one time he was almost assassinated twice. Altogether, his public image tainted. They said he's the brand new Hitler. But omusajja yagamba gye mukoma ati gye mwongera amaanyi sikola ki sizikiza. Mukitegeera, eh? And because of that, genuinely speaking, when he was starting his campaign, let me tell you the truth, is that obululu bwe yafuna yali tabulina. But he had that never giving up. Abalala bajjanga beeyongerako bweyongezi. But who is this human being who can't give up? Out together. So I want to believe life is like that. That are you willing to outlast, outwork, outperform, out together your disappointment, your challenge, and the view that you're in? Let me tell you something. You can be at the training center, and an average person brings 2 guests a week. Now, if you cannot outwork that, you cannot get above average results. See what you did? You get it too. See what you did? So you must be able to do that. Please repeat again. A millionaire outworks their disappointment.
A millionaire outworks their disappointment.
Okay, let's proceed. Next. Goals. Unasikenda chogerako nyo, wala mkula agendo chogerako. Na ye, you must have goals. You must have what? You must have what? A millionaire continues to set what? Goals. I want to believe that with these ideas being put into action, omwaka guno esente z'owandiika n'ozikolerera nsaba Mukama akolere ekkubo akwongere omukisa ezo sente ozikwateko mu linnya ya Yesu. Mukitegeera, eh? Let me tell you something. When you set your goals, When you set your, it is an idea. It is a what? It is what? A what? It is an idea. Just like anything in life can be an idea. This idea, how many of us are farmers? How many of us are farmers? Or you have ever farmed? Yeah? Your goal is like a seed. Are we together? It's like a what? A seed. Hello? Do I have everyone's attention? Yes. Listen carefully. Yes. When a farmer is beginning, does he start by planting a seed? No. Someone said yes. He does not begin by planting a seed. He begins by clearing the garden. Clearing the what? Removing the weeds, leveling the ground to make sure the soil is good and what have you. No kujja byonna kafunkuna ali byonna ebira mu nnimiro byonna asooka kola ki? Bijjawo. Let me come back to your goal. You have goals. You've said, I want to make this amount of money, or whatever other goal you have. But you have not cleared the garden. Yes. You have so many distractions. You have so many things that are going to stand in the way. You've not looked at that. There is no way you can say you're going to set a goal and achieve it. Obstacles and the challenges. And some of them are self-inflicted. All together. Kakube kuzukuka mangu, kakube kugamba nti kati nsazeewo, nja kubanga mu training basobole okola ki? Okubanga they can water me and they can improve me. I'm going to make sure I do ABCD. This distraction away. This one away. All together. You remove plan B. Tell your neighbor plan B. Plan B. Your biggest challenge is plan B. All together. Whenever you have options, you cannot go far with a business. All together. You must have your business and you create. So when you clear the garden, then the place is fertile to receive that goal. Your mind and body and environment. So after doing so, you're going to plant the seed. How do you plant? You drop it in the ground. Am I right? The dropping it in the ground is you facing it and writing it down on paper. How many of us, you write the goal? They say a goal written down is half achieved. Are we together? Now writing it down does not help you. It is just the beginning. You have to water. Am I right? You have to water that. Now most people stop. 80%. I didn't get those statistics. I wanted to add them here. 80% of people who set goals, they stop at thinking about it. 30% write them down. Are we together? So in writing them down, some people stop there. But that's not enough. You must water. How do you water? By tending to it, taking action. Okitegera wagamba oyagala kukola bwoti nobwoti oli mukikola tenga omulimi wanasimba ensigo n'agamba neno gifukirira naye n'atakendayo ku makya gifukirira. Will that seed grow? Will it grow? Will it? It can't happen. So ladies and gentlemen, goals. And through doing that, that's how you're able to get something running. Now, Echidako, show us. A millionaire values relationships. He values what? Relationships. Okwasaganya ensonga zino. Tukola n'abantu si bwe kiri? Tukola naki? Tukola naki? We work with people. Your relationships with people is very key. Okay? Your relationship with people is very key. If you've decided to be a networker, add value to people, they will add value to you. Are we together? Build good relationships with what? With people. Okwakala omuntu obulungi tekyetaaga ekyo kyokola ki just kuba muki ng'ofaayo eri abalala. Nti omuntu omusalinga naye faayo nnyo nti ne ssente zakola ziri ki asobola okukula ne mugatta amagezi. Okay? Next. A millionaire is a team. A millionaire is a team. A millionaire is a team. Anything you can do as a team is always much bigger than what you do as an individual. In network marketing, tusobola kukyemalira wekka. Tojagamba nze nja kyekwatiramu nzeka. You can't go far. Okay? Can everyone clap with one finger? I think some of you know this already. Clap with one finger. Clap with one finger. Clap with two. Clap with three. Clap with four. Clap with five. I think you can see the difference. That as a team, we can achieve. It takes each one of us to make any one of us successful. Did you hear what I said? It takes each one of us to make any one of us successful. Waliwo kubanga gwe gwasinga presenting a product gwe wosomesa twali akola kyavaawo nga tazitegedde. Naye ate waliwo oli nga yagenda okukola pulaani oba sente nga ye wakyekwatiramu ate abantu bakikola ki? Kati wemukatta amaanyi. I think it is something beautiful. Am I right? Then waliwo omulala nga ye mulungi mu kusomesa to train people how to do the business. Are we together? Are we together? All right. So be a team player. Tell your neighbor, be a team player.
Be a team player.
Be a team
Player.
In 2025, you're either adding to the team or reducing it. What are you doing? Mubikola ni mungeri gyokolamu. Tugambe tulina team meeting naye kosazeewo aanza nze sijja kujja. Oli mukunafuya team. Are we together? So when you work together as a team, what you can accomplish is bigger. All right, show us. Next. Okay, almost done. A millionaire stays close to success-minded people. There are people who are already making it in the business. Get around them and learn. Get around them and go close and kitegera ku luwo. Naye oli wabali na results. Kiriza genda omwebuzeeko. Oli ku training center, olaba waliwo akasajja akabatabukidde buli wiiki abeerayo n'abantu 3-4 basayinize. 3-4 basayinize. Buli wiiki tazikiza 3-4. Naye mufo kyokugamba nti let me get closer and I learn, let me make him my friend. Ate gwe, you become jealous. One time I was somewhere, I won't mention where, we are in a team meeting and somebody said, how many of us this week you have this today you have signed, for you are signing every day. Okay, recognition time. If you have registered someone today, let's clap for who? This one, we clap. The next day, who has registered this one, we clap. Who has registered this one, we clap. And then testimony, I have signed up so and so, I've done this, I've achieved this. Then somebody one day said, but for you, what's wrong with you? For you, you're always having a testimony, what's wrong with you? Let me tell you something. In business, one of our leaders that have trained me, woba tosobola kwetereza kutima. Kizibu nnyo okukola ssente ez'amaanyi. Olina okuba ng'oyagaliza, tewali buzibu na kweyagaliza, ekyo tekiriko buzibu. Olina okuba ng'oyagaliza, weeyagaliza, naye ng'olina omwoyo gw'eggwanga. Okitegeera, okulaba nti everybody is what? If you find something working, you share. Are we together? Are we getting it? And that helps you to support your team and work with your team as well. Are we together? So you must get close to people who have results. Because I sometimes wonder, you find someone, okay, waliwo omuntu nga ye omumanyi yakyasinza okusayininga platinum naye tomwebuuzaako. Naye nga gwe okuba watandika since Uganda got independence, you have only signed up basics. But you cannot ask, but naye nkulaba gundi oleeta platinum ukikwasaganya otya? You understand, Because we learn from one another. I remember when Promise was presenting, I used to learn from his presentation. Actually, can you imagine, up to now, I still use some examples he uses. He used 1.5 years ago. But But also he copied from someone. I've also copied from other people's presentation. Downline and upline alike. And cross lines alike. Olwo mutakola state nogamba eyo njetaga mu presentation njakakatama ako kankolera. Mukitegeera, So you keep adding up, but then also consulting. There's nothing wrong with Can I give you a trick? Can I give you a trick? Yes. Get used to the habit. Omani, maybe I've not yet understood. Let me explain this very well. When someone is having results, it's something to do with the coming and say, Ingrid, how are you doing it? They tell you. But it's going to be shallow. Never gamba Ingrid, omani, njagala kutwala ku kyemisana. Osooka osomesa engeri gy'okikola. Ingrid agenda kusumulira wiino. Ojjavawo ng'owandiisa ebitabo bina n'emmere ejja kulema okulya. N'ebino omusanze ku madaala, gundi okikola otya? Just talk to people. Of course he will tell you, just talk to people, just talk to people. Mpaka nange nga njogera n'abantu naye nga tekiri nga kityo. You keep talking to people. Naye ogamba kale eya lanchi eyinza y'amaanyi. Mr. Posiana agamba naye bantu ng'abantu bacyankalanyiza nedda naye kaba kasoda. All together. God buy someone a soda and say, my brother, just tell me how are you doing it? Where is this man? Who? Sisse. Where is Sisse? Sisse, you stand up. Let's clap for him. So Sisse, you can see, Sisse is not in my team. He came to me one day, he said, apply. Chintu chinta museko na ye. Bwachi malida nyamba. Kati mbadde nteesa. Okusooka of course yankwata bize naye omusajja tako wakuba simu ajja kukubira paka. Ne ngamba kati okay sis I'm here today twogere. Ne mbu obudde wange dakiika nga 3 ne tuteesa n'abaako byakola. Right now you are updating me ever since you began on that program. Business eyimiridde tayogeredde dakiika.
Okay, yes, good afternoon. Okay, since I've got some assistance from him, today I have Canada and I'm about pioneering there, and even the lady or the leader is ready to be a stockist. Today I have Togo, and also the person is ready to be a stockist, and also that same person travel from Togo to South Africa to make sure that South Africa is moving very well. And also you want to go back to Nigeria. Right now I have Congo, and in just 1 week in Congo we have over 7 sign-ups in just 1 week. And also right now we are having Zimbabwe, and also we're extending to Liberia, Botswana, and even Madagascar. The promises are very high, since I have some good services, but it is about kneeling down and knowing what you have to do, not just being there and seeing things moving and not saying something out. Got someone, say something, do everything it takes to have it. It can work for you. Thanks.
Wow, the man told me this week Ngojeke Bilala zechena kutemu 7 sign-ups from Congo in 1 week. Msajja kwenda sanga kumadala luli You get the idea. Now you imagine guy he didn't come to consult na kama zikachetulie mfana cho. Ochitegera and you find someone seated in a corner thinking. The business is much easier than that. Just get ideas out together. One thing I've learned is that everything you want to do, all the answers you're looking for, someone has put it in a book or someone has already done it. You just have to find, consult or read. Out together, consult or read. Out together. By the way, if you're here, you should make it your normal. $1,000 and above. Why go with diners, by the way? A minimum, I think actually consistent. Sicha Walumu. Let your minimum be $1,000 and above, and it's possible. There are people doing it. Okay? How? It's why we are here. Are we together? Next, I think the second last. So as I wrap up, the gap between the life you want and the life you are living is called mindset, focus, and these things I'm sharing, they are not only for January. They are for January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Tewali kola chi? Yeah, you must maintain the, but let me tell you something. The miracle you seek is hidden in consistency. The miracle you seek is hidden in what? In consistency. Uchile miracle and ochidiringana. The biggest challenge is that most people give up too early. Because they really sinabafuna sign up no chita anya kulimba. Okay? As I wrap up, because I think this is the last, I think it is. This is it. When you start working, and this is how you're going to work. It's like a borehole. You know a borehole? When you start pumping. When you start what? Pumping. Amazzi gano gatandika okuva wansi ne gajja. Listen. When you start pumping means you're working, you're presenting, you're attending training. Gatandika okuvaayo. Okitegeera? You're pumping. Outside you're seeing nothing, but you're pumping. Outside you're seeing nothing, but you're what? Pumping. You keep pumping the now for you, what you don't see is what I want to help you understand. Down in the ground, the water is rising, but you don't see. But because you don't know what's happening in the inside, you can get discouraged. Why have I been pumping? 5 minutes, nothing. 10 minutes, Monday, Tuesday, nothing is coming. Wednesday, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month, 2. No gamba can't stay. Or you say, I need a break. Be careful about breaks. Start stops never build consistent business. Don't start stop. There are people who are always starting afresh the whole year. What's wrong with starting? Why don't you start once? You're always starting afresh. Oh, okay, you take a new status. January, but I'm starting afresh. March or April, now starting. I tell you, no problem. August, I'm starting. December, you're starting. So you must be consistent. Whatever methodology you have come up with, be consistent. Because the moment you stop, just like in the borehole, work done, 0.
Yes.
Are we together? Chovola walumo wole keda okola business, no damota okubira abantu ba presenting. Chikaluba muko ngate buli cyali chikwangwira. Have you realized that? So you don't stop no matter the circumstance. But now when you don't stop and you keep pumping, the motor keeps rising, 1, 2, 3. Before you know it, at a given time, based on your blessing, the water will start overflowing. And finally, you will taste the fruits of what you have been working for. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen?
Oh, yes.
Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, yes. So thank you so much for listening to me, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready, team? Oh, yes. 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 So repeat after me. My business is exploding. My business is exploding. Because I talk to everyone I meet about my business. Everyone I talk to gets started. I am living my dreams. I'm a car achiever, star achiever, 1-star achiever, 2-star achiever, team star achiever, crown star achiever, royal star achiever, global star 1 achiever, global star 2 achiever, and icon achiever, home achiever, wife achiever. With the help of God and God by my side, I've achieved my dreams. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. Let's clap for our MC. Where's the MC? Let's clap for our MC as he comes back to take us through the next program. Let's give him a round of applause. Let's give him a round of applause.